Hello, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge and welcome to April's TBR. Wow, this March is so crazy. There's still a couple days left. I am going to finish a few more books. March was just a really great month. It was my birthday month. I read a lot of fabulous books and I'm really looking forward to April as well, which that's what we're here to talk about today. Of course, I'll talk tons about March in the wrap up, which you have already seen, but I haven't filmed yet because March isn't over. So anyway, the life of a booktuber, that's how it goes. So let's go ahead and get started. And I want to start with the book that you guys voted for. And first off, I really want to say thank you to my devoted subscribers, to my friends. Like, calling you subscribers feels like this is impersonal, but I know a lot of you, we interact so much, which is the whole purpose of having this channel for me. And you all gave me reasons why you wanted me to read each book, whether because you were interested in them or you wanted me to enjoy the book for myself, which is so cool. So I put up the results right here. And as you can see, by a really slim margin, Hungry One by H.A. Swain, which, so I'll be reading this book in April. I'm going to make it pretty much my top priority. And again, this is about the girl named Thalia, who people no longer eat food. They take medication to keep them from being hungry. And her parents actually help develop those. And then she meets a boy that's part of an underground movement to bring food back, which becomes very important when the medications stop working to keep people from starving to death. So this is dystopian. This is end of the world, maybe. I don't know. The book I'm going to read, and it's really cool. The cover is what got me to buy it. So it's been a year. It's time to read it. And then something else which I mentioned in the comments of that vote on my haul video is that the book that gets the lowest votes, unless there's a reason why, I'm going to be getting rid of it. So as you can see from that poll, the Star-Touched Queen got the least amount of votes. And honestly, it hasn't pulled me to read it in a year, and there is no secondary reason why I would keep it. So that is getting unhauled. So you'll actually see that in an unhaul video I'm putting up very soon. And I just didn't get to it, and someone else will probably adore it, so I'm gonna pass it on. Next, as always, I want to talk about the book that I am buddy reading with Murphy Napier's Patreon group, and we are reading A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I have been kind of holding off reading this because I thought we might pick it. Us in that group, people were very interested in this book, and so I was trying to wait so I could read it with Murphy because she's actually the one who got me to read Bridget Kemmerer. And this one is a modern day retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I believe the main character has cerebral palsy, and she meets this Prince Wren from the city or country of Emberfall, and she needs to help break the curse that's on his kingdom. And this is actually the first, and I believe they said it's going to be a trilogy, which is cool. I thought it was a standalone, and I'm glad going into it. I know that it is a series. That just helped me prepare my mind, but I'm very excited to read this. The cover is fabulous, and I can't wait to take this book on. Next, I want to talk about my Romanceopoly reads. As you may or may not know, I have been doing this challenge since January, and there is this Monopoly board that each square represents a different challenge for a book to read. I've been making my way through it. I struggled last month. As you'll see in my wrap up, I definitely changed things up partway through, but that's okay. This month, I got a little bit liberal with what I picked. I gave myself some freedom because I want to complete the challenges, but I also want to enjoy the books. And some of the categories are very outside my comfort zone, and that's cool. That's challenging, but also I felt weighted down by those books that I was supposed to read, and I don't like that. Sorry if you're hearing the dripping. I don't know if you can or not, but everything is melting, which is glorious. Thank you, Lord, that the spring is here, but it is very distracting. So anyway, let's go through. The three categories that I rolled were a library pick, And so I picked An Offer from a Gentleman for this one, which is the third in the Bridgerton series that I am rereading this year. So this book fits into the library pick for me. This is about Benedict, and the woman he meets is Sophie Beckett, and it is a bit of a Cinderella retelling, which is also really fun. I'm also going to find a way to fit in the fourth one, whether it fits into Romance Happily or not, but the third one bleeds really well into the fourth one. Ooh, I love a good insert shot. There we go. Which is Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which is about Colin and Penelope Featherington. So both of these books I'm just considering for that library pick. Maybe I'll find another square for this one. Otherwise, just read them. Then I rolled Murder Mill, which was read murder mystery or a thriller, and I wanted to start the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Maniscalco. I got books 1 and 2 when Barnes & Noble had their book haul sale, and I've been wanting to read these. Also another gorgeous cover, and this one fits perfectly into that category of Murder Mill, so I thought I would take that one on. And then finally, it was a women's fiction, which is one that focuses on women or women empowerment or women's lives. And I picked Beautiful Broken Things by Sarah Bernard. This is about a group, or these two friends, and then another friend comes into the group, and it's really hard for them. And it's just about, you know, coming of age and all the fun things, and it's beautiful. So that is my fourth Romance Happily pick for the month. Then I have my reread of Eldest, which I would like to get started soon. And I read Eragon in March, and I had a wonderful time rereading it. And I want to just keep trucking along and take on the next book in the series. I'm really excited. Eldest, I remember when I read it the first time, and we had to wait a long time for the third one. It was the first, like, real big cliffhanger for me. And I'm really excited that now I don't have to wait. I have all of them, and I just love this story. So I'm very excited. Next, I have what I want to read on audio this month, and that is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I finally started a Scribd account, which is good. It's a lot less money than Audible, and I know there's some issues with it where maybe you can't have as many books as you want because they say it's unlimited, but then I've heard you like run into problems. But that's fine because I usually only listen to about at the most 2 audiobooks a month, just because I don't have a ton of time where I'm listening. I'm usually doing other things where I have to focus on that. But this is on Scribd, so that is what I want to try to listen to. I've heard the audiobook is excellent, and I've heard this is a really fun one of his books. From Elle at Elliot Brooks, she says it's a really fun one, and I am all up for that. I am loving Brandon Sanderson, the one book of his I've read. And then finally, I struggled to commit to this because the first one was difficult for me to get to. It was totally enjoyable, but difficult to get through. And I want to start The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan, the second in the Eye of the World, or the second in the Wheel of Time, because I read Eye of the World last month, and I did enjoy it. It was just a struggle. But I know that Murphy's planning to keep reading it, and so it's not a buddy read, but I would like to stay at pace with her so that we can talk about it as two people who've never read it before. And I'm excited to continue the series. I just purchased the third and fourth book. This series is also one of my friends' very favorite series. So anyway, here are 9 books that I would like to read in April, which I know I can read 9 books, but do I stick to my plan is always the problem. But as always, I make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you can watch some more of those videos right now. Thanks for watching. Bye.